if you can romanticize this time, that can help you. So like romanticize your walk in the rain, put on some moody music and just be like, oh, I'm living in a film, or put on your favorite scarf. Hello, welcome. We are talking about healthy habits we can do to be our best selves this autumn. Autumn can be a time where we have low mood. Some people can suffer from seasonal affective disorder. So along with the 10 healthy habits that we're going to go into in this video, I would say in general, if you know that you're prone to having more low mood in autumn, try and prioritize getting exercise, getting outside, getting sunlight when it is light, because that's also going to help you sleep better. Exercise and sleep, I think, are key things, at least for me, in terms of managing my mood. So making sure that I move around enough in the day. The first thing I'm going to talk about, first habit that I think can be helpful for you to be your best self, is dancing around. Exercise, whether you want to start running or go to the gym, or even just making sure that you walk a bit more than normal. That is going to help boost your mood, particularly if it's exercise you're doing outside in sunlight or at least in daylight. But it's also going to help you sleep better because you've moved your body during the day, and then hopefully you're feeling more physically tired than if you just sat around not walking or not going to the gym. So I mentioned dancing there. Dancing is the habit I wanted to start with because it's such a fun one that really helps me and gives me a boost every day. Put a timer on for 10 minutes and close your curtains if you're worried about people looking in, but just put on some music, some upbeat music. I've got a few playlists that I like to return to. One is a dancing playlist. I've also got my Feeling Like My Ideal Self playlist, which I have on shuffle all the time, and that's got some good music to dance to as well. Pick some upbeat songs that you like. Doesn't matter if they're like silly or weird. I quite like putting on like Bo Burnham songs, which are just really silly songs. But if you have specific songs that make you want to dance, put them on. So either do a 10-minute timer or just pick 3 songs, because depending on the band or on the songs, most like pop songs, they're like 3 minutes long. So put on 3 of those songs and you'll have 10 minutes. Dance around. It's going to do so much to boost your mood, and if you love music like I do, it's also a really great excuse to put on some music loud. It's such a small thing that I can sometimes overlook, but it can have a big impact on your mood. Put your favourite music on, your favourite album or your favourite playlist on, and just get dancing. The next healthy habit is to upgrade your skincare for autumn. I have already been noticing that my hands are way more dry than they are at other times of the year, just because it's getting cold now, and I do wear gloves all the time, but honestly at this point I'm thinking I need to start wearing gloves like in the house. My hands are just so dry. This is the time to upgrade your skincare. I've written here about how prevention is better than a cure, but I mean in my case it's just going to be catching up now because my hands are so dry. I also have found that my lips are getting more dry. If your face gets more dry, it depends. Like if you're doing more walking like we talked about at the beginning, you're going to be outside more than you normally are, you might feel this change in the seasons. And so upgrade your skincare. Consider getting like a more rich moisturizer. Particularly you can get ones that come in pots as opposed to like the bottles or tubes. Clearly, you know your skin best. Don't use this if you have like oily skin or you know it's gonna cause breakouts, but something like that, like a rich restorative night cream, can be really helpful. Also with lip balm, Vaseline is great, but I also find one of the top things that you can use is bio oil. You might have this for all kinds of reasons. It's good for putting on scars. It's really hydrating. You can put a few drops in your bath. Just be thinking about your skincare if you want to be your best self this autumn. Something that I've already been realizing I need to get better hand cream. Another healthy habit for autumn is journaling. If you watch my channel a lot, I'm sorry that I keep going on about journaling, but it is such an important thing to me, and I really do think it's something that you can do that will make such a big difference. Even if you just break that down and say, I'm going to do a gratitude list every day. Like, I'm not saying that you need to buy a specific kind of notebook or a specific structured journal and you've got to spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes every day writing in this thing, or you have to get in touch with all these difficult emotions. No, I don't want it to be this thing that you dread or that feels like work. So that's why a gratitude list is a really great way to start, because it will take you like a minute to do, and it has a really powerful cumulative effect. If you keep going, it will build up and your mindset will just shift, and you'll be able to find gratitude everywhere. Even in difficult situations, you'll find something to be grateful for. So journaling, this transitional time of the year, this transitional season of autumn, it's a perfect time to get into some new habits, and journaling is one that I would really, really encourage. Because autumn is a great time for introspection and reflecting on how things are going. I've done so many journaling videos on my channel because, as I say, I love it so much. So I will link my journaling playlist for you in the description if you want to check out some of those journaling videos. I mentioned walking at the beginning. That is another healthy habit you can get into with this autumn, which will really benefit you and help you be your best self. I've been doing more walking than I had intended because I had hoped that During this time I could be running, but I've got this problem with my foot, so I'm not able to be running because I don't want to make the problem worse. I can, however, walk. So I am trying to walk more. Go for a walk during your lunch break. I know the weather's quite questionable because it's autumn. It's been raining a lot recently, but if you see a pocket of time over lunch or when you get home in the evening and it's not raining, put on your trainers and head outside. Just go for even a 10-minute walk. It can boost your mood, and the movement of it just helps. You don't get so stuck in your head. There's something therapeutic about it. And if you do have the luxury of working from home, as I do, anytime you see a window where the weather is okay, go for a walk. Get yourself a pedometer, and that can help track your steps. So there are so many different apps you can get where you can take your phone with you on your walk and track how many steps you're doing. Maybe give yourself a steps goal. You could start at like 5,000 and increase it week by week. Walking is such a helpful habit. It can really help you be your best self this autumn. That's daytime walks. Now that it's autumn though, what if you're not working from home and it's dark? You can still go for a walk. Obviously, go somewhere where you feel safe. I have been going for walks after dinner. It helps with your digestion. The movement helps your body. Your body wants to move. As I say, dance, walk. It doesn't have to be something intense. It doesn't have to be something horrible. You don't have to dread it. Like, make this fun or joyful. So if you want, listen to your favorite podcast or listen to your favorite album. The other day it was chucking it down with rain, but I was like, I need to go for a walk. I just felt really agitated and I knew that I needed to get moving. So I just put on my jumper and jeans and some shoes, stuff that I didn't mind getting wet in the rain. And then I had an umbrella, I had my headphones on, and I just listened to New Order, Waiting for the Sirens Call, that album, because I just felt like listening to that. That was on really loud, and I was walking through the rain, and it just felt like, not like a cinematic moment, but if you can romanticize this time, that can help you. So like, romanticize your walk in the rain, put on some moody music and just be like, oh, I'm living in a film. Or put on your favorite scarf or your favorite hat, your favorite gloves so your hands don't get so dry. I have been wearing gloves, but it's clearly, my skin just doesn't get on with this season. Oh dear, my hair is gone. I tried to put the scarf on in a smooth way, but it's just, I'm trying to make the scarf work. So romanticize this time. Get out your favourite scarf, your favourite jacket that you've not been wearing. I am very excited to be getting out my favourite furry jacket now that it's getting a bit colder. It's still not quite cold enough for that yet, but I'm excited for that. And on this theme of romanticising this time of year, decorate your space. I bought a couple plant pots this morning because I need to repot some plants, but I also, when I was there, bought a few candles because while I do have some candles, I'm thinking to get back into my candles and having one going all the time, just because there is something nice about having that light going, particularly when it's getting dark earlier. Now is the perfect time to buy yourself some candles, some blankets, or to get out your nice cozy scarves. And try and keep your space tidy. Like, really try and make your room a sanctuary. I am struggling with this because I still have loads of stuff. I'm trying to sell some books and stuff, so that my room is still a bit of a tip. But I am trying to work towards this idea of my room being this very cozy, organised, tidy, safe space that is going to help me be my best self. I just feel a lot calmer when there's not a lot of visual noise or like not a lot of mess. Gretchen Rubin talks about it a bit in her book Outer Order, Inner Calm, where if everything is put in its place, you feel more of a sense of calm. You don't feel like harried or stressed by your environment because everything is just peaceful. You're like, oh yes, I'm walking into a tidy space. So decorate your room and keep your space tidy. Actually, I'm gonna take this off now. It's too hot. It's doing too good of a job keeping me cozy, which is the next habit for autumn, which is to have some cozy nights. One of the first videos I did on this channel, because I started this channel nearly a year ago, and one of the first videos I did was a cozy night routine. Cozy nights, now is the time that it's autumn. Time for cozy nights. It gets dark early, so take advantage of that. Like I said, use candles. If you've got fairy lights, start using your fairy lights again. Start doing your nighttime, your bedtime routine, like your skincare and everything. Start doing that early, like maybe 7 if maybe that's too early, but depending on what time you go to bed, start doing that earlier and have like a really cozy night with like a hot water bottle and your blanket. Maybe you get like a cuppa boiling and sit in your bed all cozy reading a book. Make a thing of it. Again, romanticize your life. Have your nice blanket, have your chamomile tea and your favourite mug. Sit in your bed reading this book that you've been telling yourself you want to read for weeks, but you're too busy to read it. Give yourself that time. Have a cozy night in. Another healthy habit for autumn, get into your autumn recipes. I have been loving making soup. Just hearty, warming food. I really like the Hemsley and Hemsley tomato soup. I also have made Alison Roman's brothy beans. I will link that video where she talks about making that recipe because it is so good and it's such a warming, cozy meal. So easy to make and really delicious, and it makes like a massive batch of beans which are really flavorful. You can have with toast, you can have with like spinach, you can have like cheese on top. It's perfect. You could also get into cooking lentils from scratch. I've been making lots of garlic kale. That's like one of my favorite things to make. Again, so easy. I'm thinking I'll put some of the recipes, I'll do a link of them. I'll put the recipes in Canva and then you'll be able to download that as a PDF. So if you are interested in any of these things that I'm mentioning, all of these hearty autumn recipes, and want to be your best self, find some nice new recipes to try, I will link them in the description for you, so check them out. Use this colder weather to stay inside more and become a homebody and really nourish your body with hearty homemade food. Another good idea, I mentioned it's a transitional season, you could do a wardrobe clear out. I talked about how I am going through my books at the moment, but I also have a bag of stuff here. Oh, it's heavy. That's a bag of clothes that I need to sort out. You can look through your wardrobe and yes, get excited about your scarves or your jackets that you've not been wearing for the last however many months. But you can also look at the summer stuff that you haven't worn and think, when is the last time that I actually wore this dress or this shirt? Maybe it's time for me to get rid of this because we've just had summer, we've just had spring. You know, I've had a whole like year to wear this and I haven't. So maybe this isn't for me. I can get rid of some stuff and clear some space. Get out all of your hats, all of your scarves, like really dig to the back of your wardrobe or to the back of the cupboard, wherever it is that you keep all your hats and gloves and scarves. Really make sure you get everything out because you might have more than you remember or more than you think, and it's always a shame when, for example, I know I've got a hat in this drawer down here that I need to get out. You know, you always find these things in like June and it's like, well, I can't wear this now. Make an effort to find all of your autumnal winter stuff and either decide, yes, I'm going to use this year, or think, no, I'm going to get rid of this, have a bit of a clear out. The other thing I would say is stay connected. We talked about seasonal affective disorder at the beginning, and low mood in general. It can really creep up on you, and you can find yourself, particularly as well with it getting darker and with the weather being colder, you can find yourself wanting to stay in, and there's nothing wrong with that. But just make sure that you're staying connected. So like plan a movie night with the people you live with, or plan a weekend lunch or weekend breakfast brunch with your friends. Schedule in a phone call with a friend you've not talked to for a while. You could have cozy dinners and maybe cook some of the stuff we mentioned, like the garlic kale or the Alison Roman's brothy beans, tempeh bolognese, soups, tomato soup, leek and potato soup. You can cook some of these things for your friends and have like a nice cozy autumnal dinner together. It's all about romanticizing this season, enjoying this time of the year, taking advantage of things. It can be a gloomy time, it can be, like we said, time where you struggle with low mood. If you just try and focus on the good things about this season, cozy nights, the candles, the scarves and the cozy blankets. I do understand that kind of like gloomy, oppressive feeling. That's why I think the light can help, so candles, fairy lights, getting enough sunshine during the day. What is your favourite hearty, warming recipe? Do you like chili, or do you like spaghetti bolognese or lasagna or some kind of cottage pie? Do you like soup? What is your favourite soup? Please comment below your favourite autumnal, like hearty recipes. I hope I've inspired you as we go into autumn, reminded you of some of the healthy habits that we can get back into. I will link on the screen my healthy habits enter your discipline era, because that is along similar lines to some of the stuff we've been talking about in this video. I will also leave my video about how to stop oversharing, because that's been blowing up recently. A lot of people have been enjoying it, so if you've not seen that yet, you might like it too. Thank you for watching, God bless, and I will see you in the next one.